part of my travel and part of anybody's travel is that you eat, right? And I'll preface this by saying this: I don't just eat. Like Troy has stomach complications, so he doesn't eat a lot of different things. He kind of stays to a strict diet. I'm willing to try different things. I don't eat. I will preface this by saying this: I don't eat meat, pork, red meat, chicken. I did eat chicken for a very long time though, and I did
You don't
eat.
eat any meat anymore at all?
I don't eat. I only eat fish.
Got you. Okay.
But I never ate pork, but I did previously eat turkey, chicken, lamb, goat. I've eaten those things my whole life, so I'm still educated enough to speak on that, even though I don't currently eat that currently. And my list, so I put together a list of top 5, and I was in Harlem at a sushi spot in Harlem, and I'm just like, yo, you know what? I want to put together a food list.
Mm.
Just hit me, spur of the moment, like 10:30 at night in
The
Harlem.
Elliot place, the list, huh? Got
Together
you.
food list. And my food list goes like this. Number 5, New Orleans. Number
That's a long list.
number
Shout out
4,
to
Los Angeles.
Okay.
Number 3, Houston. Number 2, Miami, and number 1, New York. Now, here's where I got most pushback. Chicago was left off the list.
I left off.
That's where I got the most pushback. The second pushback was that New Orleans was too low on the list.
You got New Orleans at what, 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too low.
The third pushback was that LA was on the list. The fourth pushback was that Miami was too high on the list. So, okay, let me. I want to get your take on this, but I also want to just rationalize my thought process in this.
Yeah.
Why is New York number 1?
I don't. Is that a question?
That's what I'm saying. It goes back to the fact. What are we talking about? That you can literally get any type of food that you want within 10 minutes in New York. I'm talking about from East African food, West African food, Moroccan food, Egyptian food,
Fire Italian
food, sushi, Chinese food. Just the world is your oyster, Indian food. And I'm that dude. I eat all of that. So I went to I went to this crazy vegan Chinese restaurant, ran on the humble, one of the best food experiences I ever had. I went to a random Indian restaurant. Amazing. There's so many food choices just in Manhattan. We're not even talking about Brooklyn or Queens.
And the experience to Budokan. And you go to Last Lap, and Last Lap bar food better than some cities' 5-star food. Let's keep it.
It's not even a question. So it's like the diversity of food is amazing, unmatched anywhere in the world. Now we got to talk about what you just talked about as far as the high level of food. We probably have more 5-star restaurants in New York than anywhere.
Yeah.
And if you're looking at like a Carbone, if you're looking at it now, even in the new restaurant like Tatiana's, which is the hardest restaurant to get a reservation. And you got the Philippe Chow's, you got the Nobles, you got any of the high-end restaurants, you have it, right?
Yep.
No problem. More than anybody. The vibey spots, like you said, the Say Less, the Brooklyn Chop House, where you can go there, you can get great food, and then it feels like you're in a party. It's like a fucking vibe. Like, what the hell is going on here? Like, I don't know if I'm eating or if I'm bottle service. I don't know what's going on. It's just a vibe.
Soul pasta back in the day. You can find a little offshoot spot that's a vibe. Little Italy. Listen. Numero uno, we're not gonna argue about.
We can't do that. We can't. All right, so New York. Now, okay, Miami. Here's why Miami might be a little different. Now keep in mind my experiences. Your experiences is going to be dictated by your level of access and who the people that you have guiding your tour. I'm just being honest with you. So when we go to Miami, I'm not really eating so much of the cultural moments. Miami for me is the high restaurants and the vibes. So I'm talking about the Prime 112s. I'm talking about the Carbones of the world. I'm talking about the Brick. Damn, Troy, what's the spot in Brickell that we go to?
Yeah, what's up the spot from where we normally be at?
The vibe,
the Asian,
the Brickell vibe. Man, it's just like the culinary experience that Miami has captivated feels like that's like a nightclub.
Oh, and the spot upstairs from where we normally stay at.
Oh
Bobby
yeah,
and the food. Oh
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah, yeah. You got
okay.
it's so
But
much
everyone not gonna have that experience though.
for sure. I
Yeah.
understand, but I just said my list.
Did you say your list on the post, or did you say best cities? Period?
My top.
Okay.
My
Got
Gecko.
you.
No, it's not Gecko. But Gecko, Swan. But the other spot that we go to in Brickell that has the upstairs, downstairs,
Yeah.
the outside joint with the duck, with the pecking duck.
Not Poppy Steak. Poppy Steak a vibe too. That's way better than the other one they like to go to with the little 80s vibe. The little
Yeah.
Bahamas. Yeah.
Damn. Hold on. Now I'm actually curious to find out this name of this restaurant.
Me too.
We just named 10 restaurants, by the way. B Bistro. Nope, it's not B Bistro.
Mm-hmm.
It is called damn, what's the name of that restaurant? Doesn't matter. Miami, it's just the food experience that they've cultivated. May not be the most, homegrown, but they do have the Mexican, they do have the Cuban.
The
They have
Cuban
the
food vibe.
Cuban restaurants and Haitian. Those are the homegrown type vibes, but I just man. Okay.
But that's an elevated, curated experience for
And
most people.
I'm a food snob. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am a food snob. I'm not eating.
And sexy fish. Can we be a sexy fish overrated? Bathroom's amazing to take photos.
Sexy fish. There's a lot of restaurants. There's a lot of restaurants.
Yeah, if you go up the little street, make a left.
There's a lot of joints,
boy.
There's a lot of joints, man. There's a lot, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. And it's a vibe, and it's just good energy. You see,
yes, Komodo's
the vibe.
Oh, yo,
Komodo legendary. The pecking duck.
You'll take a girl in there you kind of like and really like her. Komodo the vibe so good.
Komodo the vibe. Komodo's the vibe.
Yes,
legend. All right. So okay. Maybe I'm just a little bougie in my food experience.
Yeah.
You
don't eat at a diner. I remember after the Madison Square, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go to that. You look at me like, you going to a diner?
Oh yeah, we ain't doing diners. We ain't doing diners. I'm sorry, I can't do diners.
4:30 at night, I had to go somewhere.
Dietary restrictions, but okay.
So
that's why number 2 for me, because I can close my eyes and I can remember the sparkles. I can still remember the sparkles.
Yeah.
And
Komodo's amazing. If y'all go to Miami, go to Komodo every day.
Now Komodo's a vibe.
Yes.
Swan, like I said, Swan. Komodo, it's a lot of.
Oh, the Swan and Kiki after. Double back for drinks with sexy fit, boy.
Yeah.
Vibe.
Oh man, that's why I say y'all
put you on the balcony.
It's about how you've curated your experiences. If your experiences was not curated the right way, you're not gonna have. If you go to New York and just eat pizza, you're gonna say, "Oh, this is bad. Like New York's food sucks." Like who eats pizza? Who does that? Like who's going to New York? I'm not traveling to a city and the first thing I want to do is eat $1 pizza. I can eat pizza anywhere in the world. Houston, Texas has good ass food.
Absolutely. Well, we're not gonna play.
I'm not even gonna spend too much time on that. But Toby done took me to the spot. What's the spot we ate at with Toby?
Oh man, I forgot the name of that spot. It was me. And Jazz was there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was some good ass food, man. Everything, the shrimp, that
even like Trillburger, fire. Veggie, fire.
They got the Papa They got the Papa Notes. I think the joint's called Papa Notes is another. Like now, Houston got food. Houston is a culinary town.
Culinary experience,
Southern experience, good food. Okay, now here's why Los Angeles made 4 on my list. Once again, it goes back to this. It goes back to Miami. It's the same type of vibe, man. When they had that Dover Soul. What's the spot we had the Dover Soul in? Troy, the first time, not while he remembers that Lavo, when you get the eggplant, when you get the Parmesan at Lavo, and you get the Lavo, I feel like I'm doing commercials for these places, but I have
this is not a pay ad, but a top 5 restaurants that each list will help.
Lavo, like nice. We moved to LA for a month during the pandemic, and like even currently, like I ask my son, like, what's your favorite food? He'd be like, the rock shrimp from Noble at Malibu. Noble,
yeah.
Bro. That's what I'm saying. Like these are the culinary experiences that were captivating. When I first went to Delilah and I got the zucchini It was a zucchini pasta in
Yeah,
Delilah. Oh man, Mr. Nice Guy, man. I had some truffle fries at Mr. Nice Guys, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't know the experiences that everybody's getting. I can't speak on that. But I can
gotcha.
only speak on my own personal experiences. And I had some great culinary experiences in LA. And LA has a lot of vegan options. Most cities don't. New York and LA has a lot of vegan options. So LA, they give you the
Soul food
vegan option.
fire.
Oh man, I had some great times in LA, man. On the high end side, but also on the regular side too. Shout out to Black Sam. Took us to an Ethiopian restaurant. That was fire. Mexican. I've been to a bunch of Mexican restaurants in LA, mom and pop joints, fire.
Yep.
So I feel like Los Angeles got a bad rap, but Los Angeles has a bad rap in general. If you go to LA and you don't know the right people, you're not gonna have a good experience.
Yeah, you
It's
gotta
not.
be tapped in.
You gotta know the right people. You gotta know where to go. That's vitally important. And the reason why I had New Orleans at number 5 is,
Which is crazy.
look, I love New Orleans, but I feel like it has a lack of diversity. They're the only city that has their own unique culinary experience. That's I give them credit.
I miss that in a lot of cities though.
They have their own culinary experience for sure.
Yep.
But it's also limited, right? Like you can't get good Indian food. Maybe you can. I'm just saying I haven't. You can't get good Indian food, or if I want some crazy vegan joint or some Thai food or some Ethiopian food, I probably not gonna be able to get that in New Orleans. I'm gonna get some catfish. I'm gonna get some Creole. What do they call it?
Gumbo. Troy, you need the gumbo?
The gumbo and all that seafood and everything. And it's good. It's good as hell. But it's also unhealthy. we got.
They have healthy cultural options in.
They putting butter. They putting slabs of butter on everything, man. You're gonna leave. Your cholesterol is going up at least 30 points after you leave New Orleans. That is a fact. So, but the food is still good, and Larry Marlowe is my favorite food entrepreneur in America, and he'll be at InvestFest. And I only eat at Larry's restaurants, which is the best
superstar entrepreneur. Like, I don't think, if y'all don't know, go check out Larry. Like, Larry's cooking, no pun intended. Please, yes.
Larry is a legend. His food is amazing. And I love the food. I love New Orleans. I love the culture. I love the food. And number 5 is not a bad. I put him at number 30. Number 5 is a good.
I mean, but they should. I'm gonna be real. They should be higher. I wouldn't be mad if you swapped New Orleans for Houston. I don't think it should be, but I think New Orleans definitely should be before LA. It got its own cultural experience, one of a kind. Experience is great. Food is great. The first time I had alligator was there. Oh my God! I was like, oh, you get the alligator. Amazing.
And I apologize to Chicago because I realized that Chicago probably should have been. It should have been a tie at some point. Maybe they should have been tied with another city. Yeah. But Chicago definitely has good food. I was just disappointed with the deep dish pizza. I'm just being honest with you. I've heard about
Giordano's.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I've heard Giordano's.
Yeah, that's where I went. We went there, and I've been hearing about deep dish pizza my whole entire life, and it was just very disappointing.
Chicago, but it's an experience. You got to go with the right people.
Facts. But shout out to Cleo's. Shout out to Cleo's Southern food. Yeah. Amazing experience. And like I said, we ate at some good restaurants in Chicago. So Chicago has very good. And it's like New York. I think they have a lot of diversity in it.
A ton, bro. Yeah.
I apologize to Chicago.
Yeah. I thought you had said something crazy. Man, you see what Shawty said? I'm like, what happened? Chicago ain't on the list. I'm like, of what? Food. I was like, I'm a holler at them.
People take that serious. But all right. There you go. That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Out of all those cities, what are your top 3 restaurants to go to? I mean, Miami, Komodo, Poppy Steak, drinks, and Sexy Fish. Amazing combination. Amazing. Go to Larry's restaurant in New Orleans, not just because we know him, but food's amazing, amazing entrepreneur. But yeah, maybe that should be the next list. The top. Let's do a blackout top dinner date list. I think that'd be a 5.
I like that. So you like my list? You just think I had a little bit out of order.
New Orleans should at least been 3rd, I think.
What would be your top 5?
New York for sure. Probably Houston, New Orleans, Miami. No, Chicago, Miami. I had Chicago fourth.
Okay.
Chicago fourth. Yeah.
And the LA spot, this is some free game. Casa Madera. That is the
Oh
place.
my! You gave up the spot.
The Dover so
Five.
they said I don't do
What
enough.
food? I had some of my best date nights in there. Oh, I'm having flashbacks.
Madonna, man. And
Yeah.
I don't know why Lavo took Dover Soul off their menu. If you work at Lavo, please reconsider putting
Add
Dover.
it back, please.
Please. Respectfully speaking.
Yes.
Okay.
What are your favorite drinks to pair since we in our culinary bag?
You know, I'm a lychee martini dude. But I also like in Lavo, it's called the Lavo Latini. I do apple martinis. I do lemon drops. You know, I'm that type dude.
Yeah.
I'm that type dude. I like the flavor. I like the taste of a drink. I don't want to just drink shots of tequila or just whiskey. Like, you know, I want to actually, it's like juice almost in the vibe.
Yeah.
In the vibe.
And to make the date better, right?
For sure.
Oh, this tastes so good. Gotcha. Yeah.
Look,
I told you we should do for blackout tour.
I'm trying to help. I'm just trying to help you. I'm just here to help. I'm just here to help.